Our Navy and our shipyards cannot succeed without the support of our communities. There are two things you can count on here in Pascagoula: Southern hospitality and American pride.
And now, please help me welcome our host for today's christening ceremony. This is Carrie Wilkinson, President of Ingalls Shipbuilding and Executive Vice President, HII.
For shipbuilders, a christening marks an occasion of an invaluable opportunity to pause and reflect on the meaning of what we do. All of our ship namesakes are unique and incredibly special, and each exemplifies an aspect of strong moral code, integrity of character, or heroic service, and sometimes all of those together in one remarkable life well lived. Today is just such an occasion as we celebrate the life and accomplishments of Captain Richard M. McCool Jr. The language used to describe the actions of Captain McCool, conspicuous gallantry, staunch leadership, indomitable determination through crisis, self-sacrifice, are the heart of why we do what we do here at the shipyard. This very month marks 22 years that Ingalls has been building the San Antonio class of amphibious ships for the United States Navy. And we have the utmost appreciation for having had the opportunity to build these ships and to serve our country for over 2 decades, and we look forward to continuing this journey with such a valued partner. And finally, perhaps the best part of this morning, in honoring such an American hero, is that we're doing so with his granddaughters, our ship sponsors, Shauna McCool and Kate Oya. Ladies, we are so very honored to have you here with us today. Ingalls Shipbuilding is proud to stand with you in furthering your grandfather's legacy. Your presence here and that of those watching online means that together we are all now a part of this ship's legacy and story. In closing, I would like to express deep appreciation for the Ingalls shipbuilders who make the impossible possible every day. For our men and women in uniform for their dedicated service to so many Americans that they will never meet. And for our sponsors and the families that support and surround them today. To everyone here and watching, please enjoy this very special shipbuilding event. Thank you.
The Honorable Stephen Palazzo, United States Representative of Mississippi's 4th Congressional District, regrets that he was unable to attend today's ceremony. He sends his regards through a letter which I will read at this time. I'm sorry I can't be with everyone today, but I am proud to be a part of this christening in spirit. Thank you to all the shipbuilders who worked around the clock since 2018 and contributed to every part of the Richard M. McCool Jr. We're lucky to have 2 of Captain McCool's granddaughters with us today to witness the christening of this ship in their grandfather's memory. His legacy will live on as the ship joins a fleet of superior naval LPDs, all from right here at Ingalls. God bless the Richard M. McCool Jr. and her crew as she begins her journey in service to this country.
Amphibious warfare has existed since men took the sea to fight, and this ship has a strong linkage that goes back to the large amphibious operations that were conducted by the U.S. and our allies during World War II. On the morning of June 10th, 1945, then young Lieutenant McCool commanded landing craft support vessel. He was just off the shore of Okinawa and working with the William D. Porter, which was a destroyer. At 8:15 in the morning on the 10th of June, a Japanese kamikaze dive bomber dropped from the clouds towards the Porter. Although the plane missed a direct hit on the ship, the explosive-laden plane entered the water and detonated almost directly under the Porter. Lieutenant McCool took immediate action, maneuvering his vessel alongside the sinking Porter, and was able to evacuate the entire crew without a single fatality. The next evening, on June 11, 1945, 77 years ago today, 2 kamikazes attacked Lieutenant McCool's ship, and I'd like to just read a short excerpt out of the Medal of Honor citation. When his own craft was attacked by 2 kamikazes, he hurled the full power of the gun batteries against the plunging aircraft, shooting down the first and damaging the second before it crashed into the conning tower, where it was engulfed in flames. Although suffering from shrapnel wounds and painful burns, he rallied his concussion-shocked crew. He then proceeded to rescue several men that were trapped in a blazing compartment Carrying one to safety, unmindful of all personal danger, he continued his efforts without respite until aid arrived and he was evacuated. His vigilant spirit of self-sacrifice in the face of extreme peril sustains and enhances the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. Ladies and gentlemen, the USS Richard M. McCool Jr. is a fitting namesake indeed. It will serve as a great reminder of the vital importance these amphibious ships have to our national security and to Richard McCool's historic and selfless service. Thank you very much.
As an institution, we fight for these ships, but perhaps more importantly, we fight from these ships. And when we're aboard, when we're spending our days aboard, those welds, those rivets, those wire pulls, all the things that you put your heart and soul into, your individual pride, they're noticed by the Marines. So this is a great day for your family. But let me give you a future vision. There will be Marines who gather decades from now, decades after the McCool is out of service, and they will share their own histories. And their stories will begin, I was aboard the McCool when. And that will go on long after our lifetimes. And your grandfather will continue to inspire and demonstrate the standard we agree to. So there's no tribute that I can think of for a warrior, no park, no tombstone, nothing, than a man of war out there carrying Marines and sailors aboard forward into harm's way so that they can fulfill their oath, and they will reaffirm that oath for the rest of their life using your family's name. It's an honor to be here today. Thank you.
Those of us gathered here today represent the talent and the heart that have been and will be connected to this ship. We are able to deploy exquisite capabilities across the globe, in great part due to our dedicated shipbuilders. Carrie, it's been so valuable to spend time with you here with the fine shipbuilders of HII. You continue to construct and maintain these capital resources, and it's your dedication and the dedication of those who are with us here today and the high quality of work that keeps the Navy on track, building the right mix of capabilities we need for our force. It is imperative that our department continues to maintain a robust inventory of traditional amphibious ships, along with new light ships, alternate platforms, littoral connectors, in order to provide our joint forces with the right mix of capabilities and capacity, and a range of deterrence and response options. This amphibious ship is named for Medal of Honor recipient Richard Miles McCool Jr. Richard McCool would go on to serve in the Korean War and the Vietnam War, serving for 30 years in total, retiring at the rank of captain. The sailors and Marines who will sail in this future ship carry on that legacy. These sailors and Marines and this ship are blessed to have the enduring support and partnership of his granddaughters, co-sponsors of this mighty ship. Each of you will bring your unique personality, values, and energy to this ship and crew in times of conflict and in times of peace. Around the world and around the clock, our Navy and Marine Corps are present, protecting our way of life, advancing global security, and safeguarding our economic interests. Thank you all.
To us, he was Grandpa McCool. The concept of a defining moment is described in this way: a point at which the essential nature or character of a person is revealed or identified. My Aunt Carolyn, his daughter, believed that the events of June 10th and 11th, 1945, revealed something fundamental about his character. Knowing Grandpa, an extremely modest man, he would disagree. In his words, I had wondered for a long time if maybe this thing had gotten exaggerated. I responded well in a crisis. Lots of other people have responded well in a crisis and not been recognized as heroes. From the moment you get into the military, you fight as a unit, not as individuals. Your responsibility is to your shipmates. Grandpa would be incredibly moved to know about this ship. It's quite fitting that we are christening her on the 77th anniversary of the Battle of Okinawa. On behalf of Richard Miles McCool Jr., we'd like to thank you for remembering him and all of the crew involved. To Huntington Ingalls, thank you for all of your hard work in bringing her from the steel frame we saw 3 years ago to this impressive ship behind us. To the Navy, thank you for acknowledging his service to this country and bestowing this incredible honor on our family. Lastly, to the commanding officer and future crew of this ship, may she keep you safe. And in the words of our grandfather, may you always remember to fight as a unit, not as individuals. Thank you.
It is now time to christen Richard M. McCool Jr., LPD 29.
In the name of the United States of America, I christen thee, Richard M. McCool Jr. May God bless this ship and all who sail in her.